hope the bank robber says, oh, I didn't steal $1 million from your bank. I just secured the money. Because that's exactly what the public safety officers did here to my friend Sean. And the public safety officers didn't even have the sense that they knew stealing was wrong, and they contacted your law department. And what did the law department say? Oh, call the police. You got to keep those signs. All of us learned, including you, Daniel, from our mothers. Don't steal property that is not yours. It's not enough that you are trying to steal $75,000 from Sean because of retaliatory violation, erroneous fines. You wanted $75,000 plus another $775, which is what those two signs are worth. And when your public safety officer said, they're downstairs, they're not coming back up, I said, yes, they are. This is property, not theirs. Those signs are right there. Because that was the right thing to do. And your police officers were very professional. They did the right thing. Your fire marshals were very professional. They didn't do the right thing. You need to do the right thing and get rid of those fines and stop retaliating against my friend Sean.
I stand before you today as a concerned citizen, but not as a concerned citizen, but someone who believes in justice and fairness and the fundamental rights that our Constitution guarantees us. Today, I want to address the clear retaliation against Sean Paul Reyes, better known as Long Island Audit, a man who fearlessly stands up to government corruption and fights for transparency. Sean has dedicated himself to holding those in power accountable. He exercises his constitutional rights, and in return, he faces unjust retaliation. The latest example, a staggering $75,000 fine from the town of Brookhaven Code Enforcement. A fine so excessive, so outrageous that it's clear that it isn't just about enforcing law. It's about silencing a man who speaks out to the truth. Let's break this down. Sean is being fined for code violations on a property he doesn't even own. Think about that for a second. Code enforcement doesn't even know that he was the owner. So when these violations, they didn't even know he was the owner when these so-called violations occurred. And yet they slap him with a fine that exceeds what the average American makes an entire year. Is that justice? Is that fairness? Or is that just a clear abuse of power? This is not just about Sean, but it's about every single one of us, because if the government can do this to him, they can do it to you too. To your family, to your neighbors. Excessive fines are unconstitutional, and they are a violation of fundamental rights. The 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution explicitly prohibits excessive fines and cruel and unusual punishment. So I ask you, where is the accountability for the town of Brookhaven? Sean Paul Reyes isn't just standing up against injustice, he's stepping up. He will be running for town supervisor, and he will bring transparency, accountability, and fairness that the administration refuses to uphold. Unlike the current leadership, Sean will welcome the public and not silence them. He is willing to listen to the people and not retaliate against them. He will ensure that the government works for us and not against us. We demand answers, we demand justice, and we demand to end government retaliation against those who simply seek the truth. The town of Brookhaven must be held accountable, this fine must be challenged, and the abuse of power must stop. Today, because today it's Sean, but tomorrow it could be one of us. Thank you.
All right, fellow patriots, first and foremost, I want to thank Leroy and Vinny for coming out to the meeting to support me. Make sure you subscribe to their channels. I will leave links in the description below, along with public contact information for the public servants mentioned in this video. Always remember, it is your First Amendment right to peacefully petition your grievances to your government. Now, this is far from over. I still have a lot more investigating to do when it comes to the town of Brookhaven, the supervisor, Dan Panico, as well as my councilman, Michael LaGuercio. I will not allow this First Amendment retaliation to stand. I will expose every single corrupt public servant in the town of Brookhaven. I will not stop. I have 75,000 reasons not to. I want to thank you all for your continued support. I couldn't do this without you. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section below. I cannot wait to read them. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Long Island Audit. Peace.